Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Eddie Pinheiro about set to get us going, and we are underway here in Charlotte. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They run here with Rico Dowdle. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down. Rush working from the gun. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Throwing here, Rush. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Rush. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Young now after the fumble recovery. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now Rush. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead it's 2nd down. A running play, it's Dowdle. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
3rd and 3. Out of the shotgun, Rush. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down. On the run, it's Dowdle.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
To throw is Rush. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They run again with Dowdle. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when he...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Josie Jewell, the linebacker, getting the sack. But certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Back to throw, Rush. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll try again, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Rico Dowdle, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense They just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
From the shotgun, it's Young. This to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's Rush to throw. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Operating from the gun. Rush over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Play fake. Here's Rush. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And that's complete to Cooks. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Partner sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And this defense not ready for that one, as he'll take this down inside the 25. They'll look to throw again. Left side to Lamb. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back to throw. Rush. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Dowdle is in. Touchdown, Dallas. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Aubrey now for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. Moore, the man in motion. Now here's Young. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Young to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Young. Got a man. That's Liggett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Moore, the man in motion. Looking to throw, Young. He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Rush. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. I guess I got to hand it to him. That was, that was ambitious.
Well, that's one way to put it.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Oh, Young loses it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the fumble recovery, Rush. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
2nd and 10. They go play action with Rush. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They run here with Dowdle. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 101 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Back to throw. Rush. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the second down and 6. Young working out of the gun. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Throwing here, Rush. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Rush. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rush. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Josie Jewell. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Young from the shotgun. That is caught. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Young to throw it. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 33. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled? And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on fourth down. Fielded just inside the 20. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Young, and with a little under a minute to go. Oh, Young loses it. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Got a man. That's Leggett. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. On third down, here's a run by Hubbard. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And they will take over first and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Now Rush. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 55 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Young now. Buying time to his left. Fighting through it. He's got space. And Young will slide to the ground safely as he picks up the first down as well. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
To throw, Young. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. In motion goes the tight end. A play fake. Now Young.
That one complete to Ligon.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now Young.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On the give, this is Hubbard.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Young will set to throw.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Young. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal.
Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and now it's 3rd and 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all of these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rush. And his throw here's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Here's Rush to throw.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Following the interception, Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw.
That one completes him again.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing, Young.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard down to about the 32.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
They go play action. Young.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Young.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
113 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Out of the shotgun, rush.
And Cooks has it over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. To throw is Rush. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd and a couple.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Back to throw, Rush.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Back to throw now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it, trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Right back to him on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Brought down by DJ Wanham.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Throwing here, Rush.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this one is right through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Thielen going to go in motion right.
Now Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Now here's Young.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
2nd and 9.
Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Back to throw. Rush.
He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Rush working from the gun.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Young to throw it.
A short throw hauled in by Trimble.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Young to throw it.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game.
Picked off by Malik Hooker.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Now Rush. That is caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll try to bootleg with Rush.
And that's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Rush.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
On the counter, this is Hubbard.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Now 3rd down and 7.
To throw, Young.
That one complete to Liggett.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Hubbard.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Right back to Hubbard.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 1. They'll run here with Hubbard.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
They'll run with Hubbard.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Rush. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun. Rush. He gets it to Cooks. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A running play. It's Dowdle.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Out of his hands quickly to Ceedee Lamb.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
On the run, it's Dowdle.
And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They run again with Dowdle.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Rush. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Able to find Thielen, and he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock. It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Young. Throw out wide is incomplete.
3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now Young.
He's going to let it fly.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today, and really I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.